Morning folks, another video, and this time we've got the Losi Promoto MX, or my self-built SM. So in this video what we're going to do is, so far I've just been running it on the standard 5000 milliamp 50C battery. I've been meaning around to either buy one, but then I thought, you know what, I've got loads of 2S packs that I use for buggy racing. I mean, like, they were like 2 for 1. China Hobby Line were doing an offer, and I got like 10 of these. They do need a connector for them, and that's the one thing I didn't have. You can't buy one, so I've gone and created one. We only need one. Loads of batteries. I mean, these are only 6600 milliamps, so not that far off from the standard Spectrum one, but these are 120C. The good thing about these is, though, I've got loads of them, so I could like charge up 5 of them and, you know, have a good hour or so out. So we're going to test this out, and also on the last run I noticed that rear suspension, it was a bit bouncy when it came off a couple of the jumps, so I'm going to test that today, see how bouncy it is, and then we may do a rear shock diff change and see what the difference is. I have seen it on a couple of the groups that it makes a hell of a lot of difference to jumping if you change the shock oil on the rear. So I want to have like a before and after so you guys can see what it's like. So everything's charged up. Let's stick the battery in and get out there. Gonna go to the skate park, it's the closest one, and it's gonna be quiet so we can do a couple of jumps and see how it goes. So yeah, I'll see you at the skate park. Yo, morning everyone. We're out here at the skate park. Has been a couple of days because I had a few issues getting out here. First time I came down here, I don't know why, it was all blocked off, so I couldn't do my testing. So Losi Promoto, got the standard battery in at the moment. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at that rear suspension, because the last time I was out, I thought it was a bit bouncy, so we want to try and fix that, make it better, land better basically, and be easier to sort out. So we're going to do that. All right, we're going to have a practice go. That's actually not that bad. Let's try again. Yeah, it's not too bad. Maybe thicken it up a little bit, I think. Yeah, actually I don't think mine needs changing. Maybe it's just on some. Ooh. Oh yes, perfect. Yeah, I don't think it needs changing. What do you guys think? Leave a comment. I'm going to leave it as it is. Yeah, that's perfect. I don't see any bouncing on that. Alright, let's get the other battery in. So now I've got the China Hobby Line in. Oh, come on, stupid hands work. And that is what happens when you have arthritis. Oh, I'm not going to do it. So that's it. I'm afraid I can't get that clip in due to, well, A, it's cold, B, my arthritis. I just can't do it. Definitely don't need to do anything to the suspension. By all means, if you've got a Losi Promoto, check it. So as you saw, I couldn't get the battery tray on. It's just too damn tight, and I know that those batteries fit because I've seen other people do it, and I know arrma Hobby also did a feature on what batteries could fit in the Losi Promoto MX. So the problem was mine, A, I've got arthritis, so I really struggled to push. I've strengthened my fingers, and B, it was cold. I was there at 6 o'clock in the morning, so it's not a problem. I have a 3D printer. You can see that. So we have a bigger battery tray that I'm going to print off, and that will then allow, and I've made this opening a bit bigger, this one here. So because the problem with the other one is that the wires, because they've soldered in, there's a bit of a tiny bit of an increase in that step where that space is. So I made it slightly deeper and the hole a bit bigger. So now this, put this on and that should just latch on perfectly. So we're gonna do a print, get this printed out and fit it on, and then we can take it on that new battery. The suspension, I've looked and people have said you need to put slightly lighter weight in. Now I didn't see any issues. I've looked back through the video as well and mine lands perfectly, so maybe mine was just fine when I bought it, or I don't know, maybe I changed it and I forgot. But anyway, we'll print this off, get it fitted and get back out there with that new battery. See you in a bit. All printed. This is bigger. Let's get it on. Hey folks, so we're back and we've fitted the extended battery tray. Let me just show you the difference, okay? If you can see in there, that is the standard one and that is the extended one. Don't know if you can see that, but you've got at least another ½ inch in there. So what's that going to allow? That's going to allow me to put this battery in and the cable's going to fit nicely in there. And you could potentially put a bigger battery in there as well. I've not tried, I haven't got one, so I will try that at another time. The other thing I found was the clip. Getting that clip in there was a right pain. You basically got to slip it over the hole and fiddle with it. Now what I have is this. Now this is by these guys. I did have one before. Fine Laser Designs. I had one before but it broke. This part was made out of plastic and it wasn't very strong. This one is now made out of metal. So basically the idea is that you push this system on and instead of having to use a clip, you've got a slider and you put your battery in, close, slide it on and that's it, it stays there. The previous one I had was made out of plastic and yeah, it kind of broke because I had my settings wrong and the wheelie a bit back. So what we're going to do is we are going to bit this and then we're going to go out and have a run on this Lipo here. So this is a 6600 milliamp 2S 120C China hobby line. So we should get a better performance because these are only 50C, these standard ones. So you're looking at double the C rated. So yeah, let me put that all on and I'll see you outside. See you in a minute. What's up people, morning, how you all doing? I hope you're having a great day. Okay, so we're out here again with the Losi Promoto MX SM. Last time we were out I wanted to try the China hobby line, a 6600 100C battery. I couldn't get the clip in because my hands were that cold and obviously I've a slight issue with my fingers because of my rheumatoid arthritis. That's the clip, you slide that across, pull your battery box down, battery's in. So this is my China hobby line, if you can see from there. And so you slide your battery in, get your wires all sorted, and that will just fit straight across there and that just then clips in. Boom, sorted. Much easier. I find this system so much easier than that pin, the body pin one. I really struggle with that body pin. I mean on the cars it's not so bad, but on here I found it really difficult. Right, let's get this plugged in. Right, that's all plugged in. Let's get it turned on. Controller on, bike on, let it do its thing, leave it absolutely still till it calibrates. Flick your flywheel on. Right, let's do it. I think the 120C is too much for this, maybe. That's why it's doing that. Turn down the throttle limit to 75, see if that works then. Might be because it's too much power for it. Yeah, it's not doing wheelies anymore. I think it might be the power. Too much power. It's weird, that's disappointing. Let's get some speed up and then do it. Fortunately I didn't bring the other battery with me, so Definitely trying to do it, but just not doing it. Oh, that's a shame. So 120C is too much. I think there might be a limit. I'll have to get another battery and try that one. A less C voltage battery. Yeah, I think the gyro's taking over. I think it's just too much power for it. That's a shame. Well, we'll get another battery and try that one. I'm guessing if you're doing racing, then a bigger C battery is alright. But if you want to do wheelies and stuff, you're going to have to stick to a lower C. But that will be the conclusion, and that will be the summary. I will try and get another battery out. A aftermarket one with a lower C, and try that one. These are racing packs, so they have a burst of C. So when you put when you give it full throttle, they have a C rate. They have a burst, I think, of 140 or something like that. I can't remember which. That's probably what's happening here. Oh, what a shame. Anyway, still, I can get the bigger battery in, and my clip works. So even with a standard battery, that's going to be easier for me. And I have no problems with my suspension. My suspension is great. No bouncy wouncy, so I'm happy with that. At least that's good. Yeah, definitely I think the C rating is too much on this, which is why it's not working. What I might do is bring my other one out, my standard battery, and try it with that again. Just trying to do it, but then it brings it back down. I think it's just too much power. Well, there you go, folks. You need a correct C-watt battery for these bikes for it to do wheelies properly. I'll have to check to see what that is. It's probably written down somewhere. Somebody's probably tested it out already. So the Spectrum one's a 50C, I think. So I'll try something with maybe no burst, no racing pack, just a standard Lipo, and see how that fares up. I'm guessing if you're racing this, then these packs will be ideal, because they'll give you that bit of burst that you need. But I like seeing it doing wheelies, man. Oops, good recovery. Alright, let's bring her in. So there you have it, folks. I've put a racing pack in there. I thought that it would work fine. Obviously it doesn't, because the C rating is far too high for it, and you need a lower C rating. So if you're gonna get packs for these, probably I would do some research. I'm gonna do some research, and I'll put some links on below as I think what batteries are best for these, and obviously I'll put it in the links so that you can have a read of it. It's disappointing. I was hoping to use those backpacks because I got a ton of them, but saying that, I do have them for my racing rigs, my buggies that I use, which is why you want the high C voltage. I think they've got burst voltage as well. So I think it's 100. I think it's 100C burst to 120C, or 120C burst to 140C, or 150C, something along those lines. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. Give us a like, obviously subscribe. I've got loads of more videos coming out soon. It is free, and I've got some plane videos coming out. I'm going to do this test as well to see if I can find another Lipo that I can use in this and see how that one goes. A lower C rating. And yeah, so see you on the next one. For now, take it easy, bash it like you mean it, and ciao ciao guys, peace out.